We've been busy building new features and functions for the software to help you save time and to continue to differentiate us from our competition. One of the latest things we've added is called product kits or product groups. And you may be wondering why. Why would I want a product kit or a product group? Well, say you're a flight school and you give every student a new pilot kit that consists of a flight bag, a logbook, an E6B computer, or something similar. You could add all of those to a kit called New Student Pilot Kit. But what I'm going to do is use one of our customers as an example here, something that they do day in and day out. When they're taking care of their clients, they provide newspapers on board each aircraft. So what Millionaire St. Louis has to do is choose valued customer, and then the CSRs at the front desk are slowed by having to click multiple times in the software to add that. So they choose add item, and once they choose add item, they're prompted and can put in whichever newspaper is being sold to the client. So in this case, if I choose newspaper, I have different newspapers, and each one would have to be individually added. Well, what we're going to do is set this up so at the touch of a button, the 3 newspapers that are usually put on board the aircraft can be added, and what you'll notice in just a minute is there'll be a drop-down list and product kits. So let's go get it set up now. To do that, go to Configuration, Products, Product Kits. Each product kit name must have the same name, so I'm going to call this Papers. How many do I want to put on? I'm going to say 1, and then I'm going to choose Newspaper, Wallstreet Journal, Add. I'll add the second newspaper, quantity 1, USA Today, and add that. And then I'll add the last one, papers, quantity 2. We'll change it up and get a little wild and crazy here. And add the Post-Dispatch. Boom, we have it set up. Now, just to continue going with this, I'm going to set up another quick kit. So on that one, we may add quantity 1. And I noticed here there was a 6-sack Dramamine. There we go. And we'll add Advil. So we've now set up 2 kits, first aid, sickness, and papers. Let's jump back into an invoice. Click on Create Invoice. We can choose a valued customer again. Remember, we want to add newspapers on every aircraft, so I'll show you that as an example. And then just to keep things flowing, I'll show you how we'll add the fuel to this ticket. So I click add item like I would normally, but look, we now have product kits. So I'm going to choose papers. Oh, I must have misspelled one. We'll see which one I misspelled since it showed up more than once. And I got the USA Today and the Wall Street Journal. So obviously I misspelled setting up the Post-Dispatch. So you know what? That's a pretty real world kind of setup issue. So let's jump back on product kits. And sure enough, I misspelled that, so I'm going to change it. Click the pencil. I'll add an S. I'll click the green checkbox to save it. We'll jump back into the invoice, and we'll start over again. This time I'll pick a tail number. Now this will be interesting to see if it adds any fees. Nope, I don't have automatically adding fees turned on at this location. I can click Add Item. We'll pick the kit from the pull down. I'm going to choose Papers. Notice it's in there once this time. I'll add that. It should add quantity 1, 1, and 2, if I recall correctly. There you go, 1, 2, and 1. And then if you recall, I also had the first aid kit set up. And so when I set up the first aid kit, we can click again, add item, and it'll add that automatically to the list. Add kit. So kits, again, a group of products that you want to add to an invoice with a single click. Gives you a rough idea of how that works. You see here my 6-sacks, Dramamine, and Advil. You can delete items if you need to. It's not going to delete the entire kit. It's just a quick way to get items added to the invoice to save you and your CSR's time. If you've got questions, visit FBODirector.com. Give us a call, 386-256-8537.